I gotta see if this is working first before I. Yeah, it's working instantly. That is very cool. Double checking my thing. Yep, it's on the right thing too. So, oh, and this one's gonna tell me that I'm live, is it? Yes. It's gonna tell me that I'm live because, yes, I've been watching my streams as well, but technically that was only because of computer things. Before I do what I'm going to, yes, I don't have Pokemon Legends on the screen because I haven't played Pokemon Legends in a long time. Instead, I've been. You can obviously see that the Game Boy had an update for when this was made, for when this was done, which I thought was cool because the Game Boy games that they've made were Donkey Kong Land, which is basically the same as Donkey Kong Country. The technical difference is the color, and Donkey Kong Land 2 has something that Donkey Kong Country 2 doesn't have, which is another boss. But I'm just gonna run you through to all of the things that have been on my mind along with all of the games that I have, because I got these three games obviously from sales, and I think it was because I got them on Black Friday because I was figuring there was going to be a big sale on the games, so I got these three games on that sale. It was a pretty good deal. This is Paper Mario deal. The only thing they've made in the Game Boy stuff was, well, no, the only things they've made from the online stuff was just Game Boy, which were Donkey Kong Lands 1, 2, and 3. And then Super Mario 3D All Stars is self-explanatory. We already saw that. This I got, but might not play it for a while yet, even though I already know about how touching it will be with Shadow. Mario Luigi Brothership is self-explanatory, but Latro is self-explanatory. I've been playing that game. It ran out of its popularity, but I might come back to it. Sonic Frontiers is self-explanatory. We've done that as an LP. And then this is self-explanatory. I got it because of all of those games that they've brought. That including that rare replay game. I forgot what it's called. What we're doing is Pokemon, but first I gotta do some explanations because there were some explanations that I've wanted to share, such as what it's going to look like for my streaming thing. Sorry, my throat sounds a bit stuffy, I think. I played Mario Golf a pretty long time ago as well. I played Super Mario Party Jamboree. Its adventure mode is sort of decent, but it disappoints me that all of the boss battles were the same as Mario Parties 9 and 10. Because guess what? I actually loved the solo player ones. The solo player boss battles where it's one-on-one against the bosses. I loved that, but they didn't do it again. They ended up doing Mario Parties 9 and 10 again. Speaking of the streaming deal, because I don't want to cut the topic any longer, for one thing, today I haven't really done much of anything in terms of writing. I've done nothing in terms of writing. Instead, I was just lazing around, but really I was drawing pictures, more like a Christmas deal. I was drawing my imaginary journeys. But other than that, nothing much. That was looking after my doggos. Then the other thing is how I feel about my streaming, where you saw that in my last stream about my speedrun in Super Mario Galaxy, I said that I might not stream much longer, and it's dependent on how I feel after Pokemon Legends Arceus, because Lethal Company was okay, just that I made it private because there was a lot of stuff that I felt like nobody would have wanted to see. But the speedrun of Super Mario Galaxy was a confirmity that I might not stream much longer. The reason why is because there's actually a good reason for why I might not stream much. Like next year, it might be a twice per month instead of an every once per week deal. The reason why is because, for one, I don't think I'm going to do Twitch, but if I end up doing Twitch, that's only because I would end up not feeling like doing many more streaming on YouTube. But for Twitch, I'm not thinking of becoming a very popular Twitch guy, just like my brother's loving to have that popularity happen, and yet I'm not very keen on it. Then the other reason is because of YouTube videos that I've made, where I have yet to edit Super Mario RPG and Paper Mario stuff, and I've recorded so much of that. I've been doing a lot of that, writing, going to come back to reading, and eventually just other life stuff that might be of importance, where I might end up being bored with all the game playing. It's weird because with age I would end up thinking that I would still be enjoying all of the gameplays that I've been doing. I loved playing this game, but oddly I haven't been feeling much like playing games. Like, after I play the game once, I don't play it again until I OP it, or I just don't play it again in general. Thousand Year Door, for instance, I'm not going to play that again until after I've completed the game again, or maybe I might not play it again at all, at which I'm going to then just uninstall the game for more storage on the Switch. That which is said, I might LP this game again. I'm not going to speedrun it because I know I'm going to be very enraged over that. Might uninstall this because I haven't been playing that much. And then Peglin I haven't played yet, and I do want to play that. And I know you would expect this to not be a game explanation deal. It is mostly that, but it's also me just describing or explaining, not describing, the reasonings of why I might not stream much longer. It's really like, I will make the end point of my decision after Pokemon Legends Arceus is done, because the term of being done with Pokemon Legends is once I have completed the game, complete, getting every Pokemon, that kind of thing, getting every research done in order to get the shiny charm, maybe even doing some shiny hunts again, instead of speedrunning, doing shiny hunts. But who knows, I might not even do that. And then there's also the boring stuff where, to me, I've been very bored with streaming these games, Super Smash Bros. And Mario Kart. The reason why is because I love montages, and I love premiering Super Smash Bros. Stuff, along with premiering Mario Kart stuff. Eventually, if I end up thinking about it, I might stream LP this game instead of what my 5th streaming LP was originally planned to be. Yeah, that's pretty much the gist of things, where I'm not going to be streaming much longer. I have no idea if I'm going to end up streaming at all after Pokemon Legends, or if I'm just going to quit streaming and go to just YouTube videos, and eventually even not doing that anymore. Those reasons, sorry to say, is because of pretty much people would end up thinking that I'm desperate for viewers because of me saying that kind of deal, where it's because of the viewership of which I would end up not streaming much anymore. That, along with YouTube stuff. Me talking a lot, and now my brain is all jumbled because because once I had that thought in my head, so many more popped in. Spiral around, and now because being a professional means talking a lot, but at times talking a lot just leads to exhaustion and leads to my brain being all jumbled like a pretzel, and end up having no idea what to say afterward. So, we're playing Pokemon Legends. I just wanted to discuss all of that before the stream started, and I will say that what is planned for what will be done is not much. There's gonna be side quests to be done along with. I'm just saying this right now, because it's likely that what I'm doing is playing Pokemon Legends and doing side quests first before going on through the side story, because there is a side story. Because the side story bit is just catching legendary Pokemon. You all know the deal when you've played Pokemon and completed it, where the post game is catching legendary Pokemon. And I do remember what we did last time, which was we have defeated what would be thought to be the final boss of the game, but really isn't the final boss of the game. Primal Piolga. My word. Primal Palkia and caught Dialga as well. Time Lord is why I named it. At which I'm going to switch back to another Pokemon. And yes, Time Lord and Stephanie both being Dragon and Steel types. I'm not going to keep Dragon Lord because what I'm going to end up doing is I am going to end up doing something in terms of, well, for one thing, getting my original team back, because I wish I remembered there was one member of the team that I had, but I don't quite. Oh, it was a shiny Pokemon, Mega. That was right. I named it something, but I don't quite remember. I'm sorry. I don't remember his name. I got these. I'm still going on to through the challenge of doing this without buying a single revive. It's gonna be very difficult though. I might as well, I'm actually gonna keep the medicinal leaks. Why? Because I feel like they are vital. Let me double check. Did I keep these, or I did? Alright. Just wanted to make sure I kept them, because they weren't moved to the storage of the familiarity, so that means I did keep them. And then I'm going to sort all of these to make sense of what I have. Does this mean a possible new team member? The answer is no, unless I get a shiny Ursaring, then yes. Because then that means I'm going to replace my original female Pokemon of... Am I really not able to? Not that. I could have sworn pause is how you... I don't remember how to open the menu. It's pressing up. I just remembered, but then I didn't remember at the same time. So, I might replace Luna if I get the shiny Alpha Ursaring. That only happens after I shiny hunt. But in my shiny hunt, that means also just getting a shiny team so that I keep shiny hunting and having all of those happy moments happen. Because of what eventually will happen after you catch Arceus, all of the cool stuff. So, we are supposed to go into this place, but are there any new side quests? Yes, there's one over there, but are there any other side quests? None here. You can hide this, but there are none here. Are there any here? Yes, and I do know what that is. I'm not getting how this works, because I have every Pokemon, but yet Oh, wait, yes, I do know how to do it. I just couldn't do it because of the Pokemon's challenge. What about this? That actually will be done. That actually will be done later, because I haven't actually done that yet. I've been curious about if there was any new side quests along another battle favor or whatever. New side quest here that I'm certain is actually new, and then this is gonna be with the Diamond Clan's leader, because I know those side quests, which means that we might be close to being done with all of the side quests. But first, I gotta go see what this side quest is. At which I'm going to change the timestamp then, because I thought that we would be doing side quests, but instead it's gonna be exploring the new. It's just gonna be called Exploring the New, because there's gonna be many new things. Captain Zissou has a new side quest. It's weird. I remembered every name of the people in this game, despite having not played it in a long time. I just didn't remember my Pokemon's names. We've been an interesting member in the Security Corps, a secret weapon, if you will. They're a bit of a Pokemon battle master, in fact. Think I could trouble you to face our secret weapon in battle? Maybe later. If you're ever interested, let me know. I'd love to see a match between two real masters battling the Security Corps' real weapon. In order for that to happen, I would need to have my actual team. Time Lord I'm not going to keep. I was only keeping him for the final battle. I'm going to keep both of the legendary Pokemon for the one battle that's bound to happen eventually, despite how tough it will be. Alpha Blissey! So, replacing Time Lord with Yon Mega, if I can find it. The simplest thing is pressing this. It was right there. Blue Dragoon. I knew it was blue something, I just forgot what it was. Could let all of the Pokemon that I have in the pastures leave too, but I won't do that. Double checking. No, there's no outbreaks. Good. That makes it even better. Oh! Oh no. Never mind. I was gonna be like, oh, I think I know what one of the side quests is gonna be, but I'm wrong. Nothing yet, but trust you me when I say that I've had it happen before. Where Silcoon, Cascoon, forgot, has evolved into Dustox. There are two side quests here, along with a side quest over there, which I'm very sure I know what it's going to be. Token of Gratitude and a Darksome Nightmare. So I guess there is going to be some side quests. Betty of the Diamond Clan says she was saved by a mysterious Pokemon many years ago. Listen to her story and determine whether there's anything to do in the matter of follow-up. The Darksome Nightmare. Kale of the Pearl Clan has reported seeing a strange Pokemon up in the Coronet Highlands. If I remembered this, both of these are mythical Pokemon quests. I know the Darksome Nightmare is, but I think the mystery Pokemon that she's talking about is actually a mythical Pokemon that she's talking about. And the worst thing is, those requests... You're the one who accepted my request? Well then, let's get right to business. So, these side quests are all about the mythical Pokemon that you can only get after the game is done. You can do the Sea Prince one before, just that I wasn't able to get the alpha until after the game, even though I've gotten it before. As bad as that is. There's an old tale that's been long told in the Hisui region about a dark nightmare that visits people on lonely paths at night. I never put any stock in it myself until I saw it. I saw a terrifying black Pokemon look just like the one in the stories. They say that people who are trapped in the nightmares it creates will never wake again. We can't wait for someone to fall victim to it. We've got to act before that can happen. I saw it near the Clamber Claw Cliffs, partway up Mount Coronet. And it was when I was out walking alone at night, just like the old stories all say. Be careful if you go search of it. I wouldn't want you to lose your life over this. That one's Darkrai. If I remembered as well, if you talk to this guy, but I think that's after you complete the post story, you get Cyndaquil and Oshawott. Or Cyndaquil and whatever other starter. Here it is, my boy. What say you take the Pokemon here in the lab with you on your excursions? I don't know. Ah, say no more, dear boy. That's quite alright. My door's always open if you change your mind. I thought you were gonna say something else like why I said I don't know was because I thought he was gonna say because I've never said I don't know. I thought he was gonna say no need to feel, because I thought it was out of kindness that I would have said I don't know. But I was wrong. I'd love to. Splendid. I'm sure the chance to help you with your survey work would be a delight to any Pokemon, especially one stuck indoors so long, like mine. Received Cyndaquil and Rowlet. So you get these 2 stars after you've completed one of the endings of the games. And I'm sorry to spoil this for future reference, but the endings I'm talking about are that time and space end, the distorted end, and then the complete end. So there's Cyndaquil and Rowlet. I chose Cyndaquil on my OP before. So, I trust you enjoyed yourself at the festival. Sure did. Actually didn't know you had to do this. I thought you had to go up. Indeed. That only seems natural, given the crowd. I believe last night was the first time I've caught a glimpse of you making merry, Captain. Wait, that was Laventon that did that voice. Whoops. I believe you must be imagining things. Now, Professor Laventon, to business. What is the current state of progress in the Pokédex? If only you knew. There are some good, but I have a long way to go. I dare say we've made quite significant progress, all in all. Though we could afford to put a little more effort into our research tasks. And of course it is hard to know how far to go in pursuit of some reports. Certain Pokemon have only been mentioned in Usui's legends. After all, who knows if they are even real? Like Enamorus for one thing. Freaking love that Pokemon. Despite many people hating it for some odd reason, I actually really like the Pokemon. Fairy and Flying is a pretty neat type, despite its many weaknesses. With how little we know about Hisui's history, and legends, it seems a tall order for us to tackle. Pardon? I can help over here. I knew it was Volo. If it's Hisuian history and legends you want, then I'm your man. Yeah, when I first saw Volo's gender reveal in that, I thought he was a girl the whole time because of how long his hair was. But I was dead wrong all the time. I was like, wait, this was a guy? I thought it was a girl the whole time because of him looking like Cynthia and all. But he ended up being a guy, and I was like, well, I guess his center was what, you know what I mean when I said that, the whatever, because it looked like a girl's texture along with the skirt, center outline and all. Let's say it like that. The way he dresses made it look like he was a girl. Looked like a skirt to me. I'm sorry. I had to explain it somehow. If it's your and yeah, I'm maybe family friendly, but at times I can say some weird stuff. It would come coincidentally, and I think this was the very first time I've ever been like this. If it's Hisuian history and legends you want, and yeah, I mean in alone times, I would end up being like this when I'm with certain people, just not just accidentally with some, but with some others it just slips out. Not accidentally at times, but sometimes it does happen accidentally. Why, I've spent plenty of time studying such things instead of, I mean, while also tirelessly doing my work for the Ginkgo Guild. And I've visited many of the ruins and whatnot here in the Hisui region already. I imagine I can teach you a thing or two about any Pokemon of legend in these parts. Oh, music to my ears, my good fellow. Listen well, Erez. You are to learn all you can from the merchant Volo and work together as needed for the sake of the Pokédex. Well, you are in for a treat there. We, meanwhile, will also continue to gather intelligence on Pokemon by other means. Understood. I'll set up at the Heights camp then. Erez, I'll be expecting you. I'm gonna do that, but I'm also gonna be battling some mighty Pokemon, one of which should have battled a long time ago, but never did. Besides, I have something I'd like to discuss with you too. So I hope you won't keep me waiting. What do you have to say? You're that talented Survey Corps member that I keep hearing about, right? I have a favor to ask of you. You know Burrow Tunnel, yeah? The tunnel near Obsidian Falls? I think I remember this side quest then. I'm hoping to dig into the tunnel walls to see if I can find any good stone there, but a Pokemon's been raging about and getting in my way. It's more than I can handle. Think you could calm it down for me? Sure. A lot of Pokemon related side quests, that means a lot of battling to be done. But like I said, that's to be expected from what happens when you beat the game. Digging for tomorrow. Tomorrow never comes. As you heard in Riddle. So there's that main quest marker. All of the stuff was gone over when we went through all of that side stuff before we completed the game. How is our currency handling? Are we able to increase another space in our bag? 9,000. Never mind. Because I want to increase it 5 times in a row. And that's gonna be like near 50,000, but really near like 70,000 Pokédollars, and that's insanely high apparently for how much I have right now. But there is a way to get rich on it. I'm gonna at least see what you have. Scatterbang, Salt Cake, and Max Revives. If only I was going for the non-challenge of buying revives. It's funny because if I chose to, I would have just done the challenge of not buying a single revive, but also technically buying revives by doing the max revive set every time, because it's pretty rare for me to see that guy do max revive sets, even though I've seen him do it 3 times in a row. But well, not that, just like 3 times. So I have 4 revives. Keeping the max revives. I'm going to see where the requests are. I call them side quests. I have to go to the Fieldlands camp. Yes, this is going to be that mythical Pokemon thing. I'm going to do the Seeds Legend first. And all of the stuff that you get is Seeds Legend, Comet Shard, which is 3 of them. Grit Rock 1 for the Token of Gratitude, which I believe is, a rare Pokemon, which means it's going to be the mythical Pokemon. And in order to get all of these, it is the mythical Pokemon Sea Prince Manaphy. You have to play through Pokemon Sword and Shield. For Shaman, which is this one, is you have to play through Pokemon Or am I wrong by this? You know, to play through Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Or maybe that's this one. And then I think this one is, because I'm trying to remember exactly what this was. I just remember the Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, and Sword and Shield, but I don't remember the other one. There was a requirement for it, but I don't quite remember. Because it wasn't any early gen Pokemon games, like Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, for instance, because I've never played that game. I'm going to the Fieldlands camp. Apparently our main quest is also at that place. I actually thought the Highlands camp was in the Coronet Highlands. I've already forgotten. So much. There you are. Aha, you must be Erez, right? Hello. I heard about you from Mai. That's how I at least pronounce it, and not May. Thank you for taking on my request. I'll get right to the point. Once when I was little, I got lost here in the Obsidian Fieldlands. I was wandering around in tears when I stumbled across a field of beautiful flowers. That's where I met it, a Pokemon I'd never seen before. It gave me a flower and then set off walking, as if to guide me somewhere. So I followed it. And it led me back to a place I recognized. Thanks to that Pokemon, I made it home safely. I never got to properly think it. I'd like to find it again and tell it how grateful I am. The only problem is, I haven't been able to find the field of flowers, so I'd like you to help me. Also, this is the only clue I've got. Gracidia, which is technically Gracidia flowers. Sorry, I felt something on my arm. I don't know how it got on my arm. Unless it's just my hair. That would be embarrassing. A flower sometimes bundled in bouquets to convey gratitude on special occasions, such as birthdays or anniversaries. Or something like a get-well present. I've never actually mentioned that before. Please find the Gracidia flowers here in the Obsidian Fieldlands for me. Now, here's the thing. I am going to actually leave. Because what I'm actually going to do, I'm sorry, Medi, is do the first mythical Pokemon. I am going to do the Plates of Legends as named in this game. But first, I am actually doing side quests. Gosh darn it, that means I was right by saying all of what I said. Side quests. But I am going to explore the new eventually. I'm doing some story progression during these, but first I'm going to battle every mythical Pokemon, but the Shaman one, I'm going to battle that first before I... before I do the story progression, and then I'm going to battle the... Sorry to spoil my most favorite mythical Pokemon, not really, but my most favorite mythical Pokemon of this game, Darkrai. My most favorite mythical Pokemon of them all, sorry to say, is Meloetta, because that Pokemon is awesome, and I haven't imagined them in a while, but it makes me think of, because I'm weird that way, Charizard and Meloetta together, Dragon and Human, Dragon and Mage, or Dragon and Sage, or whatnot, very cute. It's like Beauty and the Beast, if you think of it that way. That's what I think of. Also, want to see my Pokemon. I'm going to bring with me the Buizel. I'm going to replace Novaquil is very high leveled. Whoops. Want to see my Pokemon again. Because I'm going to release these Pokemon. It's actually about time I started releasing the hordes of Pokemon that I've had that I no longer need. Ah, screw it. I'm gonna release all of those Bidoofs. Eevee, I'm not thinking of releasing any of. But I think that's it for all of the hordes of Pokemon I'm thinking of releasing. Other than these two, this one. I gotta turn up my volume as well because I did end up missing it. Or maybe I didn't and they thought they heard it. Sorry to say they because it's like very hard for me to decipher. No, it's not very hard. It's just I'm just saying they as in the person that said it heard a shiny sound and I didn't hear it. So I didn't know for sure if it was a shiny sound or if it was just a trick tomfoolery. But yes. I have a shiny page. Shinies page 1, and all of the shinies I have are these 4. I love this. Like, the shiny Eevee reminds me of my very first shiny Pokemon I've ever caught, which, yes, is shiny Eevee. And yes, I have a shiny Ursaring, but I meant shiny Alpha Ursaring, and I said that already. No, 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 I don't want to release... I don't want to release a shiny Pokemon. If I had done that, I would have had to reset the entire software. Which meant starting all the way back in the beginning. Which wouldn't have been too bad because well yeah, it would have sucked, honestly. But I didn't want to release that. I wanted to move the Pokemon. Well, I'm also going to put Time Lord and Space Lord somewhere special as well. Technically not special, but it's still special for now. And then putting you here. There's a lot of moving around. I think that's it. Just that I also will do this. And yeah. Maybe also, which will suck in the long run, but I might as well do it. What am I doing? I should have just pressed up. There. And then it'll be like this. Ah. That's gonna suck. Yeah. You know what? Keeping it like this, it's gonna be bothersome. It's gonna be friggin' whatever. It's gonna be friggin' whatever. Now I'm leaving. Got 18 Pokemon. That is from the previous game. Yes, that's from the previous game. Like, before I completed the game, I caught all of these Pokemon, but was not able to report to Professor Laventon. Because of that horde of Duskull and stuff. Cyndaquil and Rowlet. Geodude, level 10. I think I've not read this yet. makes its home in mountainous regions, using its arms to climb along harsh mountain roads. Can be troublesome. Carelessly kicking one will cause it to fly into a rage and chase after you. And then Haunter I have read. Maybe. No, I haven't. According to rumor... No, wait. This frightful, malevolent spirit can glide through walls, appearing whenever it likes. According to rumor, victims of a Haunter's lick will wither to death day by day. Haunting. Haven't done this. I believe it was Hisui's swampy terrain that gave Ursuluna its burly physique and newfound capacity to manipulate peat at will. Strangely shaped antlers have the power to bewitch those who see them. Medicine made by grinding up the black orbs from fallen and antlers is an effective treatment for insomnia. Wow. Extremely violent. I think I've seen this already. You imagine? Yes, I have. From packs, legends say that when Luxray's eyes shimmer with gold, the Pokemon can see through anything. Have seen this. Have seen this. No, yeah, I think I have. Heart and Depth of Blade, this rare form of Samurai, is a product of a Pokemon's evolution in the region of Hisui. Its turbulent blows crash into foes like ceaseless pounding waves. Sounds familiar. All begin to behave once they've been told the story of how this Pokemon roams about before the witching hour to spirit away misbehaving children. Some believe that its bell-like cry opens holes to another world. It has been revered as a deity since ancient times. Yet I'm the one that doesn't think that. I haven't seen this one. Able to freely control the hardness of its metallic shell, it loathes solitude and is extremely clingy. It will fume and run riot if those dearest to it ever leave its side. Ouch. I've never read that before. That's actually pretty sad. A kind-hearted Pokemon that will care for any sick Pokemon or person until their health improves. The eggs it lays are delicious and bring good fortune to those who eat them. Wow. And then there's these two. Dialga is level 7 because I use Roar of Time a lot. And then Palkia is level 2 because I caught it. I've not seen it use any other move because I think Roar of Time has just knocked it out all of those times. If anything, I would have had it be level 10 if I used Strong Style Roar of Time. But I just wanted to use Roar of Time because of how insane it is. Or maybe I have used Strong Style and it wouldn't have been level 10. Return to the village. And I'm going to the other place. The third region. Heading outside the village again. Going to this place. The Coastlands Camp. Imagine I get the shiny Alpha Ninetales again. Because I had that during a shiny hunt and it was insane. I will do the balloons minigame again. Maybe. The Coastlands Camp I have not done at all yet. And I feel like it's going to be a lot of fun if I end up trying it. Or maybe I have done it, but I still want to try it in case I'm wrong. Is it? Yeah, it's thunderstorming. Originally, that would mean that there would be a legendary Pokemon Thundurus here. Are you kidding? I have the Pokemon. Do I not? What do you mean? I am not getting this. I have the Pokemon. Why is it not showing up then? And it's supposed to show up when I get through the art. with the right Pokemon in tow, it's supposed to show itself. It doesn't affect the completion, but I don't get how it's not working. I guess I'm not ever going to get this Pokemon. And that means that side quest is never going to be completed. Or maybe it has to be in the clear weather. That's stupid. Because I have the Pokemon. I have the right Pokemon. And it's not letting me do it. First I was with the right Pokemon and I went up to it, but I had to get the alpha version of the Overqwell. Then I had to try to, and I know it's with a Mantike. I looked it up twice, and I know it's with a Mantike and not a Mantine. And now I'm gonna look it up again in case I'm actually wrong. Evening. Really? It was evening. Well, how was I supposed to know? I had this by coincidence then. I've never known it was a time-based thing. Mass outbreak where? Over there. Nope. Oh, it's Bidoof. I already have a shiny Bidoof. I've never known it was time-based. Nobody told me it was time-based. Until evening. Well, no wonder. And I didn't even look up that Pokemon's thing before. Now it's just rain. Nope, it's clear. I had to let it be clear, of all things. There! My freaking word, that took forever. Now, let me test something, even though I'm certain that if Liz was here, she would have said, just go onward. But my test was to also get the Sea Samurai out. Even though it has Moonblast, so really no. I'm gonna see my Pokemon, bring one from my team with me, and that will be Stephanie. Because Stephanie is the only other thing that makes sense. Because Samohex is Dark type, so that won't work. Caspar is Frail. Sorry to say that. I always apologize to my Pokemon as if they're actual... I always do that, because I always imagine myself as a Pokemon trainer in real life. Luna is ground type. Blue Dragoon is Frail, yet again. And then Alberto's rock type. And if that doesn't work, which I'm believing it won't. Oh, wait. And then I stop myself there and say that it won't work because I didn't activate the actual thing yet. Want to see my Pokemon? I guess I'm gonna bear with the fact that I need to, in the levels of each that I have to do is, sorry, I gotta sneeze. Or thought I did. If I don't sneeze, I just blow my nose anyway. Because it aggravates me when I don't sneeze. I press the wrong button. I actually thought I needed a toilet tissue. Don't have tissue, so I use toilet paper, whatever. Call me weird. I've used toilet paper a lot. instead of a tissue. Is that thing from before? Now I can battle it. I wonder if I was able to do that before I completed the game. I never knew about that. Is that an alpha? That is an alpha. Crap, I missed. Nice! Nailed it. I was gonna fail though. That's probably over there, yep. It's gonna be awesome with the overquill as high level as it is. Also, I'm gonna put overquill over here. No, not here. It was somewhere over here. It was over there somewhere. Please tell me I'm not late. Because you have to trigger the event first before going inside and witnessing in the glory of Manaphy and the 4 Fione. It's not 4, it's 3, whatever. And yeah, it does the normal theme. You have to wait until... Unless I'm wrong. I did not bring mud. I did not bring the mud. Yeah, just check. Nope. Oh. I was wrong. Oh, why did I have to battle all of you? Ah, why do I have to battle all of you? I didn't remember that. I think I'm just gonna run away and try to backstrike them. Also, what is the level of each? Manaphy is obvious, but the others are level 30. Just defeat all but one Fione. I'm gonna do poison jab here. Looking around. Zen headbutt, but it doesn't affect me. Looking around. I'm gonna catch this Pokemon actually. If I remembered, Manaphy is a hard one to catch, but the others, I think their catch rate is like pretty good in terms of catch rates. It's probably like the catch rate of the final evolution of a Pokemon. So I'm still gonna use an Ultra Ball. What I originally did, and it did catch, was I caught every Fione and Manaphy, but this time I'm just going to catch one because it doesn't actually matter for research. Acid Armor! And then for the other, I'm going to defeat them. For the others, I'm going to defeat 2 Fione, catch the Manaphy. Zen Headbutt! I'm actually so glad I did this then. Caught the over-leveled Pokemon because of how insane it's going to be to catch all of these Pokemon. If I did this, that won't work very well, but I will do it anyway. Gone! Agile style what? Moonblast? Yep. Ow! Ow, no! Zen headbutt. Moonblast again. Offensive stats lowered again, even though it doesn't matter too much. It's all the same deal. I have Fiona already. That's funny that actually counts. I could actually heal Fiona and join in the battle, but that won't work very well. I'm not gonna poison jab this one. I'm gonna use Dark Pulse instead. Should have saved before this, but look at the tankiness of the Manaphy. I'm actually having pretty good confidence in myself here. Hyper Potion on you. Should have used it on the Fiona if anything. But yeah, Manaphy is insanely strong. I forgot about his high level. I thought it was like level 40, but I was wrong. Ow. It's gonna use a strong style Moonblast. It's smart, so I'm gonna use a Hyper Potion again. Yes, I have 69 HP, but that won't matter if it comes to this guy. To this guy, yeah, he's Sea Prince, so yeah, he's a guy. Angel style Moonblast, then the normal one. Just give me a chance. I need to do something. And Overquill's the only Pokemon that can do it because the other Pokemon are too low leveled. Yay! Ow! I think I just have to bear with it. I'm gonna just bear with it and say strong style poison jab on the Fiona. Proper. Pulse never misses. It is saddening to know that I did all of that. Like, defeated the Fiona instead of catching them. Revive. Cause like it won't matter if I healed. I'm gonna heal anyway. No. Ow. Then I'm going to revive with the max revives I have. Agile style Zen headbutt, I guess. Yep. Something tells me it ran out of Moonblast. Or it's just using Zen headbutt for the fun of it. I'm unable to use an agile style roost. So I'm just gonna use roost. Yeah, I knew it. Mantank is too low leveled and too low on defense too. Not really mattering. I don't want to lose my bond over Buizel with Buizel though, so I'm not gonna do that. Instead, I'm going to do a risky move. Double Edge. Now the next thing I'm going to do is an agile style Dark Pulse, hoping that it will be enough for me to catch this Pokemon. Yes! Now I'm catching it. I'm going to actually do something funny. Great Ball. Not quite funny, but it's still funny. It caught. Of course it did. I caught it with a Great Ball instead of an Ultra Ball. That's funny. Imagine I caught it with a Pokeball. Its catch rate is 30 out of 225 or 255, whatever it may be. So the fact that I caught it was neat. How did I know that was 30 out of that? Well, technically, Trigger Conroy from Pokemon stages that I actually sort of memorized. That's how. I see you've caught our mysterious swimmer. So it was Manaphy all along. It seems Manaphy here is a migratory Pokemon, drifting to and fro across the seas since long ago. At least that's what it says in the sea's legend. I had a jolly hard time getting a hold of this tome, but it seems it was worth it in the end. I completed that and got 3 Comet Shards. I had to talk to that guy before seeing my Pokemon again. And who am I going to see? I'm actually going to rest first. Till morning. I think it was morning already, but I'm still going to do it. Is it raining? I can't tell. It is not. And then I'm going to see my Pokemon. Except for I also want to name these Pokemon. Fiona and Manaphy. What I'm going to name them is Sea Servant and Sea Prince. Or I know I'm naming you Sea Prince because that is what you are. And I'm not going to use these Pokemon. So that's why I'm naming them that. Fiona, though. Sea Protege is what I'm going to name you. I've never named you anything, so be honored with that. That is if I can. I'm gonna see if I can fit it first. I sure can. Sea Protege. That's how you spell it, I'm very sure. And then I'm going to put you 2 up here. No, I'm not. I'm going to place you 2 down here. Then I'm going to do the painful grind of actually doing this. Because as well, I'm going to catch the mythical Pokemon Shaman and Darkrai. So that's why I did that. And I have to complete the research as well. I have to get Fiona. I don't think that actually matters. But I don't know. Like, I don't think I've completed Fiona and Manaphy's things. So, I have no idea. Also, I wasn't done. I do that. I didn't mean it. And I don't mean it. Samohex, Caspar, Ursaluna, Blue Dragoon, Stephanie, and Alberto. Now I'm going. Got 2 Pokemon. Here's the worst thing. The only Pokemon I'm able to worry about for this next mythical Pokemon, which is only a grass type for now, is... And yeah, Overquill is now level 8 on the research. Fiona is level 6. Seeing it use Water Pulse, Zen Headbutt, and Strong Style move. I had to basically let it Zen Headbutt my Pokemon in order to see it use it. In Manaphy level 9, I had to see it use Take Heart as well. Along with a Strong Style move. Like, if I saw it use one Strong Style move, that would have actually completed its research already. Return to the village. I wish that your reward for getting an 8-star rank was at least getting like 10 revives, but you don't get that. So I wish there was a way to earn a lot. Like in Gen 8 and Gen 9, there was a way to get so many revives for free by picking them up off of the ground mainly. Or picking them up from people. But here, it's sort of difficult too. But I'm still going through that challenge. And in Pokemon X and Y, the game I had LP'd before, I know it was bad at the time, but it was the only thing I could do since I've never figured out how to record it normally. Is... Also, can I enter this even here? Yep. The Pokemon X and Y, I don't know why I'm going in here. Oh, I do know why. Because I wanted to go upstairs. See what this guy had to say. Am I right that there's a Pokemon called Bonsley? I feel an urge to get to know one. Oh, if only you sent me that request, because I would have given you that Bonsley anytime. Wanted to see this guy over here. See what he said, because I've never actually gotten to see him.
I suppose there is no end to the study of Pokemon, even if the Pokédex is complete.
Never got to know what you said, and that's very interesting. Eventually, I'm gonna catch every Pokemon, and basically, like, the next video of this, if I end up streaming this again, is gonna be me getting every unknown and every Spiritomb Wisp. So, I am going to now go to the Fieldlands because that's what I needed to do. Sort of wish I figured out my next haircut, but I'm sticking to the haircut I have because I want to suit how I look. Cricketune and Snover, but I'm going here. Heights Camp? No. Fieldlands Camp. I'm going to that field of flowers. But it's raining. Just seeing if I find the shiny Pokemon by random chance. Seems like I don't. But that's okay. Wasn't expecting it. That's a Shinx. I somehow thought that was a different Pokemon. Yeah, the Dragon is lower leveled. So for Shaman, the only Pokemon I can use is Blue Dragoon and... What was that? The do-do-do? Because I know that was not a shiny sound. Odd. Unless I did hear a shiny sound, which I don't know where I heard it. You talking is what distracts me from hearing anything. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I heard anything. So yeah, the Pokemon I'm going to worry about shiny... No. The Pokemon I'm going to worry about for getting the... thing. Like, Shaman is only 2 Pokemon yet again. Caspar, I guess I could try, but otherwise, Blue Dragoon, it could work very well because its Grass-type moves are very ineffective, and then Caspar is a possibility, and then Stephanie is very tanky. so it's possible for all of them. Alberto is the strongest, which is shocking. He's trying to get all of these. I saw. Yes, I did. Imagine if I had found a shiny wormpole, that would have shocked me. It's probably a thing that gets old that about me shiny hunting in this game, because this game is like 2 years old. And at the time, nobody really shiny hunts in this game anymore, and they instead shiny hunt in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. But yet, here I am saying that I don't really like Scarlet and Violet that much because of how very laggy it is. And they treated the open world way better in Breath of the Wild and stuff. That's an alpha. Oh wait, I have an idea. I'm actually gonna catch it with a heavy ball. Running. Oh, I did catch it. Somebody leveled up. It was Stephanie. Blue Dragoon needs to catch up on the levels. Now I can see even stronger Pokemon. But they're not that strong. They're only like level 10 if I remembered. Nope, level 22, never mind. Still not that powerful though. I don't know if I caught this already, but I'm gonna see if I have by just catching it already. Maybe there's a reason I didn't, but I'm gonna catch it now. I don't want to battle it because I have nothing to use. It'll be KO'd easily if I tried. I'm using an Ultra Ball. I knew you were gonna do that too. There's nothing I can do because none of the Pokemon I have any moves that are ineffective against bug or flying types. If I had a grass type, then it would have been possible. Come on, give me a freaking sneeze! My nose tickles. Itches, maybe. I'm gonna try a Pokeball now and see if that catches. I know that I said Ultra Ball, but if this works, then I'm gonna chuckle a little. Yeah, I thought so. Here comes Ultra Ball. Yep. If I have never caught it, I don't know what I was thinking. Maybe I was gonna evolve Wormpole and Kakuna, or what? I forgot his name. Sorry, Silcoon. I somehow said Kakuna, but that was wrong. So there's the flower fields, but they're all wilted. This seems to be the flower field Medi has been looking for. Is this the field from back then? The flowers may be withered, but I remember these surroundings exactly. This has to be the place. This theme. My goodness. Excuse me, can you hear me, kind Pokemon? A long, long time ago, I got lost out here and you guided me back. I don't know if I'd have made it home without you. So I just came to say, thank you so much! The flowers. There it is. Cute. Thank you very much, Arceus. I'll make sure to thank Mai for pointing me toward you as well. I suppose you'll be staying here to study that Pokemon. Well, good luck with your work. Take care. Wait, what? You made me come here in order for me to be caught by this dude? Got shaman in the field of flowers. The hard part is this doesn't hide you. What I think I can do is this. Never mind, it knows. Dang. For no. Oh my word, I forgot it was that high level. I didn't know how that moved. Sorry, Dragoon. I forgot that it had that move too. So I think Stephanie is actually the best play here. I completely forgot to save too. Shelter, why not? Yeah, I knew it had earth power, but shelter helps with that. Acid Spray could work. Screw it. Earth power, it missed because of the obscurity. Again! Earth power again, but it misses. And now agile style instead of style or absurdly or whatever. There we go. No longer obscured. Oh, great. Oh no! Agile style again? No, on this one though. Agile style! Strong style earth power. Great. That means that Stephanie is going down here. I don't think any Pokemon are able to deal with this Pokemon because of Earth Power. The move that I completely forget that it has. Luna's turn. And then I'm gonna try to catch it. If it works once, I'll be shocked. It worked once. And I'm pretty sure its catch rate is the same as Fione and Manaphy. Or just Manaphy. I think Fione is a little bit better to catch. Man, the fact that I caught it. Poor Dragoon. Wait a minute. No! So now, I'm going to... Apparently there's a request here that I didn't know about. Go to the Heights camp. I'm actually going to... Because of there being a request. Is this a balloon? No, it's my. Then I know what this is. This is the start of the massive mass outbreak. That's a thing that I'm not going to do in a while. What I'm going to do now is store some stuff. I'm actually going to store this too. Then I'm going to heal my Pokemon up for a little while, for the resting. Then go to Volo, advancing through the story a little bit more. Here it is. There you are. Have a look here, if you will. A good long, close look, please. See these patterns modeled after Pokemon. I've come to think that they might be letters. Rather like hieroglyphs, if you will. I've inspected runes across the region and have concluded that they all seem to tell the same tale. And that means that how many legendary Pokemon there are is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, maybe 12. Maybe. It's just... Yeah, I think it's 12. Just that they're all... Just that you can see the 12th mark and it looks pretty weird for the placement. But you can tell what most of these are by looking at them. Like... Yeah, I'm not going to spoil much, really. So, because you know about the 3 next to that golem-looking one, which is Mesprit, Azelf, and Uxie. And then what to their left is Regigigas. And then to its left is another kind of Pokemon. There's going to also be, from all the way down underneath them, 4 Pokemon that will be very familiar looking. But the 3 above them are the Pokemon that we're about to catch. The tale of a brave soul who, together with the Pokemon at his side, went on a journey to search for the fragments of an all-encompassing deity. A deity? Yes, an all-encompassing deity. The creator of this very universe. And his name is... Arceus. Perhaps you've already heard this name. Does sound familiar. Of course. Who else... Oh my word. What else could I have expected from the hero who saved the Hisui region? But now, let us discuss the fragments. They must surely be the plates. Yes, the very plates you collected as you went about quelling all the frenzied nobles. Nobles. Can't even say the letters right anymore. Haven't you noticed that they all have words carved on their backs? Go on, give them a read. You read the text engraved on the back of the first plate. The original one breathed alone before the universe came. This original one is none other than the Pokemon known as Arceus. So, what do you say, Erez? I think we should try to gather all the plates. And I've got just the idea where to start our search. Join me in the heart of Grueling Grove. Yeah, so it's another story-based thing where we have to go to the Grueling Grove and know there is not a legendary Pokemon over there. Instead, it's just going to be another plate. But it's guarded by Titan Pokemon. And yes, we're doing another side quest. A cavern that was spoken of before. All the way in the woods. Which means it's not over here. Now here's a weird thing, like I said before. Isn't there... Like, no, I'm not gonna say isn't there, but instead say, doesn't this feel like this is open? Because I've always thought that, and it's the same as Odyssey at that point, they've made a Pokemon version of Super Mario Odyssey if that's the case, where every world and every route or every place we go to in that game, along with Super Mario Odyssey, okay, that was, yeah, that was the, God. It's not, it is not a shiny. So I have to go this way, but every route that we go to, except for the city, of course, along with that one hidden base from before, felt like it was. Seeing if you are shiny. You are not. I would have known if you were because of all of the... Ow! Sorry. Like, every world, every route, whatever you would call it, like every kingdom in Super Mario Odyssey felt like a super open place, but really was, like, temporarily open, and then after you explore it, it doesn't feel that open anymore. But every time I explored this place, or every other place in general, the only place that didn't feel as open was Mount Coronet. But the other places, like Grueling, like the, not Grueling Grove, but this place, and then the second route, and then the third, and then the final routes all felt open to me. The fourth one just felt like an insane climb, so I guess that could be an open place as well. Even the town felt open. It's what it feels like, but it's not necessarily open world. It just feels that way because of the places being all bigger, and I adore that. Just like how I'm making my book series be all like fantasy and all like game stuff. How it feels like a game and all that. Video game and stuff. Now we find the alpha Pokemon that was blocking our way. We're using Samohex against this guy. If I remember, you have to defeat him. Not catch him. Oh good, you made it. Those glowing red eyes. It's one of those alpha things, right? It rages about so much that I'm afraid it might bring the whole tunnel down. It's really dangerous. Come the raging Pokemon in the Orbro Tunnel. It stands there because you cannot battle it like this. You have to just approach it. Then it turns around and sees you.
Oh, hello there. What level are you?
Level 60. It's all gonna be done in one fell swoop.
Ah!
Earth power? Oh please, I know how to deal with you.
Water! Goodbye!
Rock and ground type. I did this in the nighttime. Wow, you're as good as they say. That Alpha Onyx has calmed right down. Huh, I half expected it to get right back to thrashing about. Oh yeah? Call it a feeling, but maybe, just maybe, you weren't raging at all, but actually just trying to dig a tunnel. If that's the case, we may as well dig together. That's settled then. From now on, we're a team. I guess you could say that Onyx and I are on it.
Wow, what a pan.
Now I've got a partner that's more than dependable. And it's all thanks to you. It's not much, but please take this grit rock as a token of my appreciation. Yeah, we get another grit rock. We've seen this before. 20 iron chunks in a grit rock. There are some folks who are saying that they'd make statues of Pokemon if we find some quality stone. And Leon of the Pearl Clan said we might even find coal here. Okay, partner, let's see which of us can dig more. Yeah, you actually get to say hello to this guy. Very cool. Machop. There are some folks who are saying they'd make statues of Pokemon if we find some quality stone. And Leon of the Pearl Clan said we might even find coal here. Hey, Machop! Yep, they left us alone. So there's all of that. I'm gonna grab some of these because I think we're gonna get some iron chunks. Whoops! That's not the Pokemon I meant to go to. Blue Dragoon! Come on, give me some iron chunks. And I'm talking mainly to the ore. I love how these Machops are not even... They're like playing around and they know we won't mean anything. Like we won't mean any harm to them. Except for they can be hostile if they choose. Just that they're trusting us because of us calming down the Onyx. They're like, we won't mess with him. We know what will happen if we mess with the guy that saved us. And now I'm going to Grueling Grove. Bring it on! I've already leveled you up to 10. On the research, I mean. So, the best thing to do here is technically just use Stephanie or start a Pokemon that is right here.
I don't know where it was for a moment, I'm sorry.
Uncle Tail, just kidding. How the heck was it glowing? I didn't see any glowing. Gyarados and it's not shiny. I always love seeing that flying Gyarados because in every Pokemon anime, they've never shown a flying Gyarados. They've always seen them like flat on the ground or on the water. They've never had them seen flying. I think they soon will, but they've never shown it yet. Or they've not shown it yet. No, I don't even think they show the... Sorry to spoil, I don't think they've shown the Cleavor yet in the Pokemon anime. How many does that make? 10 wisps. That remain, I mean. This island also has a wisp. I'm going there first. Or am I wrong? I thought there was one. What? There's no way I... Oh, unknown. Never mind about there being a wisp. Gonna catch you with a heavy ball. You're heavy. If anything, I just found a new name for this unknown, which is just Hev-E. And it would be like H-E-V-V-E. It's like H-E-V-V space E. Whatever. I'm weird.
I'm used to it alone. To the landlord and the nun. To the nun. Then the futuristic steel and all that. Something else sucks. It's just my favorite fantasy. That's how I feel.
Now, whereas, according to my own investigations,
What?
is an alpha Vespiquen. Terribly sorry, Bearers, but do you think you can handle it? I'm gonna catch it. So yes. I love Vespiquen, honestly. I always thought it looked pretty cool. Oh, hello there! You're bugging flying type, so I think the best bet is you put Alberto in. Yes, I'm using Alberto. And yes, I can catch it. That's why I said I'm going to catch it. Iron Head! Ow! I think I'm gonna switch my strats already. I'm gonna let Caspar deal with this. Only flying types aren't effective, but bug types aren't effective here. And then I'm gonna use Hypnosis. It missed! Caspar, no! Yep, agile, strong. They use all of those in order to defeat us. Well, dang it. I was trying to Hypnosis and then see if it would have worked there. I'm just gonna deal with the loss and go to Luna. I don't want to lose Blue Dragoon though. I don't have any revives. Agile style, sure. Then I'm gonna try to catch it with an Ultra Ball because it fits the color scheme well. Black and yellow with a bit of white. Man, it didn't work. Agile style again. Then I'm gonna use an agile style move one more time. Wait a minute. Hold on a moment. I just make a connection. I'm gonna try it. Oh wow. Oh great. You gotta be kidding me. I did not think that Luna was that low. Ah, dang it! Putting Samohex in and catching it. Just gonna use a strong style bug buzz if it doesn't work. Good, it worked. I've always defeated these alphas before. Now now that I know I can catch them, it's actually more relieving that way. Obtained the stone plate. A stone tablet imbued with the essence of rock. When used on a certain Pokemon, it allows that Pokemon to gain the power of a rock type. Why did that alpha Pokemon have the plate we were looking for? Maybe it just happened to find the plate lying around. In any case, that's the only other plate I had any information about. So that's that. And yet, nothing seems to be happening, which makes me suspect there might still be more plates left out there for us to find. Not to worry though. I know the perfect person to ask. She's bound to know all about the plates. Mistress Gogita. Or let me say I think his name was Klungo.
Mistress Cogita. Mistress Grunty.
The one and only Mistress Kogita. Yes. You haven't had the chance to properly thank her for her help in obtaining the red chain. Am I right? All the more reason to pay her a visit. So, onward to the ancient retreat.
Well, sure. About that. Let's do that. I guess we shall.
Except for now, really, I'm gonna catch one more mythical Pokemon. Do the one side quest. Yeah, that's fine. Going back to the village is right.
Oh, wait! I remembered! I forgot!
Seems like I've made some new observations. I'm almost messed up there. Have a look. Luxio's all good. I think I've done this one, but in case I haven't, I'm going to read it. It proudly uses electrified claws as weapons. It seems to be a gracious Pokemon, even sharing the spoils of the hunt with others of its kind. Samurai I've done. Beautifly I only caught because I wondered if I caught it or not, and figures that I haven't. Shaman, land form, Vespiquen. I haven't completed this side quest yet. Or have I? I think you have to talk to the girl that you were with. No, you already have it. Never mind.
Never mind.
Vespiquen is complete. I'm pretty sure I have not completed this yet. Commands its subjects to build its hive. It will dispatch any interlopers who dare sneak into its nests and use them as nourishment for itself. Interlopers. Huh. Okay. Yeah, I guess not. Wait, I've never caught this thing. And I've never seen it use anything. Alright. And the fact that I've already gotten that? Man. That shocks me. Return to the village. I did not expect that at all.
Now I'm gonna battle the Nightmare Bringer himself.
Naming him Nightmare. But first, I gotta go to the pasture. I'm gonna do that in the third route. In the Cornet Highlands. Yay! Nothing! Good! Good! We're going to the Highlands camp. Yes. And we are going to, yes, battle it at night. Even in the evening seems like a good pleasure. Actually, you have to battle it at night if I'm remembering. So, for one, there's a request here. But I want to battle against this awesome Pokemon of Darkrai, but also go to you and see my Pokemon. I think I was wrong. I thought, so I guess it was open after all. It didn't feel as open just because you go through so many caves and pathways, so that's why I was saying it didn't feel as open as you would think. But the others did feel way more open than that because of so many caves in the Alabaster Icelands that you don't have to go into by pressing A. All of that stuff. Want to see my Pokemon so I can sort out my team, I guess. Guess Shaman's back here somewhere. I'm gonna search it. S. Shaman. Even better about the idea of what I thought about naming it. And that name is Grace because of how because of just a gracious feel. Move this one down here. Actually, here. Yeah, that'll work. Then I'm going to name it. I'm going to name it Grace because it's. Because of the Gracidia flower. So that's why I named it Grace. If anything, I would have named it Rose too because of its color palette, or even Leaf. But Grace is the better name for it. Or if anything, just praise or whatever. But Grace seems like a really good thing to say. Let's go, Grace! Just seeing if there's any shinies before I... And because of my timestamps, I will be fine if I find a shiny because then I'll timestamp it so that I will cue myself to clip it so that I will then show it when I get 50 shinies in this game. It'll be easier to find. Oh, it's turning into day. I don't want that. I'm gonna go ahead and set it to evening. It's also I actually also remember that if you make it be a full moon, which you can tell by using the peat block to see if Ursaring can evolve, is also that event of when you find an Alpha Clefable. Along with other stuff. In this place, I mean. Like, not here, but meaning in the fabled spring. Going to rest until the evening. I did remember, so the nightmares request I'm doing. So first it's this, and then it's this. 3 Great Rocks, and then extra large experience candy. Climb a Claw Cliffs, which is right there. So I had to go here then. I'm gonna fly here. See what the request is there. Oh, yep. It's the balloons guy. So that means I have not done it. And you only get this after you've beaten the first ending of the game. I'll do that later, though. Because right now I'm going to battle against the mythical Pokemon Darkrai. Along with seeing if I can find any shiny so I can timestamp it, mark it, whatever. Probably my most favorite shiny looking Pokemon, like, of the Hisuis, would be the... Technically, the Cleavor is cool too, but the... I heard it, but I guess I was wrong. Because yet again, I heard something, but it wasn't the do. It was just lower pitch, so I'm good. Just looking all around while I wait until it turns into nighttime. I actually have not seen a shiny Gliscor yet. I don't even remember what the shiny Gligar looked like. I have to go down all the way. It is turning into nighttime. Double checking. Where do I have to go exactly? That appears around the Clamclaw Cliffs at night. Ow. This gal. Nope. I think it was here. looks so familiar. Wait, I know what to do. Market. This theme is epic. Think I might know what I have to do, but in case I'm wrong, and it might be, I think I had to throw something at it, just that I don't have anything. So I might have to return to camp if that's actually what I need to do. I'm gonna go back to the camp. I'm gonna turn my volume down. Because yeah, I think it is what I'm thinking, which is throw things at it until it gets dazed, and then I will be able to catch it. Because otherwise I'm screwed and I'm unable to catch it otherwise. Sticky globs. Am I able to craft those actually? Or am I able to at least? Nope, I'm not able to craft them, even though there is a way to craft them. Or buy the crafting recipe for them. They're the most effective weapon in the game. You're gonna get these, and these, well screw it, snowballs as well. And these. Just grabbing anything I can. Any and everything I can. Organized satchel. Screw it. Screw it. If that's not what I'm supposed to do, which will confuse me, then I'll just see what happens. There he is right there. I'm first going to grab this thing. Then I'm going to turn off my commentary again. Well, I was right. That means I just gotta wait it out. I always forget to save. What is wrong with me? You have to save before battling these things. And yeah, here I am, and I've always forgotten to save. Okay, that was insane. I really did think that was gonna take me longer than that. I thought my luck is back because my word, I would probably know people for that to take longer than it did. Darkrai's catch rate is, I believe, 50 or 30. Must be 50, but I somehow caught it like it was the final evolution of a Pokemon, just like Vespiquen. And yet, surprisingly, the alpha of Vespiquen was harder to catch than Darkrai was. Weird, but true. Now everyone will be able to rest easy. Yes, now no one else will fall victim to such dark nightmares. I suppose I better be heading back home myself now. I won't ever forget what you did. Farewell, young one. The Darksome Nightmare! Got an extra large experience candy. The only other side quest left is battling the Security Corps' secret weapon. And yeah, the secret weapon of that is actually pretty tough. But first I'm going to the Summit Camp. And I'm going to head to you. Say that I've caught one Pokemon, which is Darkrai. Surprisingly, I managed to catch it even with the lowest level Pokemon that I had, which was my Blue Dragoon. I think her Grace, even though Cresselia is the one that I'm supposed to thank for that, and I don't even have Cresselia yet. I think I know who I'm gonna bring with me for that, actually. Darkrai, because Cresselia I don't even have yet, and it's one of the Pokemon you need to catch. So yeah, I'm likely gonna have it be a rivalry between Darkrai and Cresselia. Because that's one of the legendary Pokemon you need to worry about catching. I just have to remember that Cresselia is also met at Mount Coronet. I have to see it use Shadow Ball and Dark Void, along with a strong style and agile style move. That's that. I'm going back to the village, and I'm going to see if I have the willpower to defeat the secret weapon, I quote, of which to do. If I'm remembering, all of the Pokemon that this secret weapon brings was the ones I think I told you to remember eventually. Sticky Glob set. Yes, please. 10 Sticky Globs. And then the Sun-like Rock. And then the Mystical Pinwheel. Mechanical whatever. I don't have enough, gosh darn it. Sell. I'm gonna sell. How much does this sell for? Gonna sell. How much do these sell for? 20 a pop. If anything, I might have to because I don't really craft heavy balls that much. That's all for the sake of getting the mechanical pinwheel. So now I'm gonna deal with a secret weapon after turning down my audio volume. I turned it down to -15 instead of -16 decibels because of my audio barely being heard. At times you can barely hear me. Pretty much because I'm too relaxed. That along with finding a way to get these out of the way. The chair's arms doesn't allow me to scooch in any further. It's also because I have to see the screen. That's why I scooch it back like this. I have to see the screen without my peripheral vision messing with me. So you have to talk to her about dealing with this. The secret weapon, aka the guard that you'll soon be seeing, has Bidoof, Starly, and Sinks. So the advantage there is Bidoof. Well, all of the Pokemon have moves that Blue Dragoon will not be able to deal with, but Caspar can deal with Bidoof. And then Starly, Luna can deal with, sort of. It's either that or I can let Alberto take it, even though Alberto is now the strongest leveled. And then Shanks, I'm gonna let Luna deal with. Just at the last time I battled against this secret weapon on my LP, like the original LP, I lost almost. I either almost lost or I actually lost against this secret weapon. I probably came close to losing, but I only had one Pokemon left and I managed to win. I was like, I did not expect the basic Pokemon to be the stronger ones. Hey, I heard you raised your rank again. Now I can teach your Pokemon some more new moves. So what can I do for you? About your request. Think I could trouble you to face our secret weapon in battle? Yes. Give us a moment then. So I heard the news. I almost said moose. There's to be a face-off between two masters
In the darkest of the night.
You know, I've heard our core secret weapon can even defeat Alpha Pokemon. Everything's set. Come with me. It's sort of interesting, but what about legendary Pokemon? Well, we'll see. Yeah, that guard that you've seen the whole entire time. Here's our ace in the hole. Rest.
The ace in the hole.
Now, about Rest, that main guard that you usually see when you... Either it's him that you usually see, or it's another guy that you usually see when you leave. Please, Captain Zissou. I'm just a common guardsman. It's very interesting to know that he would be the strongest in the village. However, as long as I stand in defense of this gate, I have no intention of letting anyone defeat me.
The only reward is experience points.
Bidoof is first, like I said. That's why I went with Alberto. Not really. I actually forgot I had him up. I'm gonna switch to Caspar. Level 62. I actually forgot he was that high leveled. Like, I can actually beat this guy because of how high leveled his Pokemon was. If I remembered, actually, I might have been this high leveled, or I might have been lower leveled because of not expecting him to be that strong. Agile style. Hypnosis to see if it will fall asleep. I'm not using Hex though because I don't have the move.
Too drowsy to move.
Well, both that and because ghost type moves don't affect it. Agile style is what I'm supposed to use, but I can't help it. Jinx is his next one.
That's what I mean.
Caspar's down, Luna's next. And I'm gonna use Headlong Rush.
Oh.
These are all the Pokemon that were commonly seen in the first route.
Oh no.
Look how much damage that does. And now I'm gonna risk it and use Blue Dragoon, switching out to her. Only because then I'm gonna switch out to another Pokemon afterward. Oh, great. I wanted her to gain more experience. That's why I did what I did. But it didn't work. I don't have a revive. Ah, dang it. What do I do here? Samo Hex? It's like my lower leveled Pokemon are gone from this battle, so I guess it's Samo Hex's turn. Gonna use Aqua Tail Strong Style. Yeah, and even that didn't knock it out.
Hyper Potion.
Oh, great. Come on! Not even gonna try to heal. You know, just use Ceaseless Edge.
Screw it!
Whoa, that did a lot more because of the critical hit.
Well, thank you for only using Roost. Now because of you, Aqua Tail will knock it out. Goodbye.
Oh, I'm wrong.
Good fight.
My goodness. Like still, even with my setup like it was, I still lost like 2 of my Pokemon. You broke through my defenses. I thought I could do better than that, seeing as how I'm a guardsman. My goodness, the experience points isn't that high. I actually thought they were higher than that, like 10,000 or something. This was to be expected. Setting out beyond the village and battling so many different Pokemon in the course of your Survey Corps work has made you very strong. Okay, so yeah, this is just that guardsman that we saw when we were about to go on our expedition, so I was right. You know, my first job as a guardsman was catching some Bidoof that seemed intent on infiltrating the village. Since then, I've kept many Pokemon from passing through our gates. Sometimes I'd slip up and let some in. Goodness, would people let me have it? But I also befriended some of the Pokemon, and before I knew it, we'd grow strong together. I gained so much, and all because I was trying to make sure folks could live safely here. It's my job to keep everybody safe, isn't it? Now, there's one last thing I'd like to tell you. If you're heading outside of the village again, stay safe out there, kid. And now I think I'd better get back to work. There's another thing that got in my mind I won't say. The Sunstone. I'm gonna store that, store this, all of these. Sort this out. And then put this in. Because despite the fact that I kept them, I barely used them. Where did they go? Right there. Curious about something. Did I plant anything in the garden? Because I just realized that I might have, and I never came to look. That was all the side quests I had, and I still can do more on the stream. Just gonna see if I need to worry about looking over here. Sky might turn red again one day, but we'll deal with that when it happens. "16 orange berries, 4 raspberries, 4 lumberries, and that's it. I don't have any money, don't even have money, and berries, don't have enough mocha coins. Don't have enough poke coins." Now I'm going to do the main story progression after I stored everything in. Could fly there. I'm gonna see if you... Oh, you're restocking. That only happens... So he only gets more stuff once you leave and come back. As of yet, we haven't had any agua of berries. And agua of berries are the things that will be needed eventually for what will be happening. If anything, I am actually going to grab half of the nana berries. Nope, pineapple berries. Move the satchel, I'm putting half of them in. I'm actually going to put 30 of them in. This recovers a third of the Pokemon's HP. And if you let the Pokemon eat it, surprisingly I didn't even know about this, you can get more experience points. I didn't even know it. That's very useful. Wonder if that was read every time and I've never seen it. That's big cringe. I've already done all of this, just that I didn't name Darkrai yet. But that will be dealt with later. Now I'm going to timestamp 2:15. I'm actually going to say 2:16. Exploring the new. Because I've done every other side quest I could so far. And part 16 is going to be the part of which I am going to... And yeah, this guy knew about the ancient retreat. I guess everybody knew about it. Yeah. And then there's that one thing about me having completely forgotten about getting crafting recipes, seeing if Sticky Globs was one of those options. Well, I am going to... I don't know what I'm doing. Save, because... surprisingly, I caught all of those mythical Pokemon. Without saving, and that's shocking to me. There's Mistress Kogita. Was gonna say something like the... What was I saying? What was I saying? I don't remember. That's shocking. I don't remember what I was gonna say. I'm sorry, I gotta stretch. I'll be streaming for another hour. That's another thing, I guess, is I'm going to only stream for another hour and then I'm going to end it because not planning on streaming past midnight this time. Probably going to stream until like 11:50 and then I'm going to do end discussions because there's not much to do here. On my 16th part, that was what I was going to say. I'm going to do the massive mass outbreaks, and part 15 is going to be just Pokemon research, along with getting every Spiritomb Wisp and every unknown. And then after I've done all of that, after I've done all of the Pokemon, all of the Wisp catching and unknown catching, I will then do just probably forward story progression if I have the time. Not doing any side quests because I don't have any. I don't think I'll have any. Oh, lost one. It's miraculous what you've done. It seems the red chain had served its purpose well. And you carried out your duty as you were bid. But what brings you here? Have you yet need of me? It's about Arceus. Ah, yes. A tale whose origins lie a millennium or two ago. Those were the days of the ancient Sinnoh people, from whom I am descended across many generations. These forebears of mine worshipped Arceus as the Pokemon that created the Hisui region. And I have heard of certain fragments, plates as they are called, that were given to the ancestors of Pokemon such as Kleavor and Weirdeer. Is that all? I thought that surely you could tell us more about Arceus and the plates. I'm afraid I've nothing new to tell you. Why, the Diamond and Pearl clans would never have confused Dialga and Palkia with the creator, Arceus, had anything concrete been passed down. If only we had more to go on. The answers to those mysteries may even shed light on why Ares has fallen from the sky. Aha, I see what you intend. Very well, I'll help as best as I can. There are still other tremendous Pokemon in Hisui, other mysteries to be solved. Whether they are connected to Arceus, I cannot say for certain. but in searching them out. Perhaps you'll stumble upon the path you seek. Let me think. There are the Pokemon of the lakes, of course, and the temple giant, the crescent moon, the volcano, and perhaps you might even return to the very beginning. Now then, what would you hear of? Now, we already know about the 3 lake Pokemon, but you have to hear from her everything. And I'll do the spoils of what I know she means for all of this. The 3 lake Pokemon, you've seen them before. But this time, instead of a trial, they'll have an extra trial, which is to battle them. And it's just gonna be their theme. Like, not the theme of that fearsome Pokemon theme that we've heard from Darkrai, but I mean their trial theme of the lake. The volcano is that place where we've battled against the Alpha Arcanine. But I'm not saying the Pokemon's name. The Crescent Moon, which I've already said is Cresselia, is battled at Mount Coronet, the same place where we battled against Darkrai. Technically not the same thing, though. Remember that basement I was talking about in the Snow Temple? If I have told you about it, the Temple Giant is what is at that basement. And then the beginning, I believe, is it's either the very first drop or the very first roots at the tree. Indeed, a beginning for you, certainly. Where was it that you first fell to earth here? The Plate of Prelude Beach. If I remember, there were no legendary Pokemon here. And if there were, then I don't remember what it was. You can't back out of this. The secret that lurks in Snow Point Temple. To find it, you must open the door that is sealed. Crescent Moon. Yes, the moon. You must go where you may meet the moon's gaze, unobstructed. Does that clue illuminate your path? Well, make for the Coronet Highlands for now. The Plate of Moonview Arena. Volcano. Well, where could that be but Firespit Island? Meet the puppies. Yummy. And you're the puppies. Ah, yes, them you already know. Go give them your thanks for the red chain and show them how strong you've become. That's all. And with your questions, are you? Yes. Very well, Lost One. The rest depends on you and your efforts. It appears that the opening of the space-time rift compelled Pokemon that might otherwise have stayed hidden to come out and see what has befallen the world. I hope you succeed, for your own sake and for that of the Pokédex you labor on. I wish we could rely on you. Oh, whoops. I knew we could rely on you, Mistress Kogita. That's more than enough information to work with. Now, let's find those plates. The Plate of the Lakes. Catch Mespredaz off in Yuxi. Is what's pinned, apparently. It's just as I had suspected. Pokemon are the key to our search eras. If we can gather all the plates from them and decipher the messages on the back of the plates, at last, perhaps we can meet Arceus itself. You should go search for the Pokemon that Kogita mentioned, Erez. I have my own avenues of research that I'd like to pursue. Arceus, creator of all Husui. I truly can't wait to see what kind of Pokemon it might be. The first place I'm going to is the very beginning. Return to Jubilee Village. Ah, the red sky! They hurt my eyes! Kamado. I've heard the message from Mistress Kogita. I'm told you're collecting plates of some sort with the merchant Volo. I almost said Valo. Then we must go to Prelude Beach. Meet me there.
Oh, there we go, and this time I don't have to rush. No. I should have muted my mic if anybody did hear it. I'm pretty sure you didn't, though.
I'm sorry to... Well, I don't know. I'm gonna apologize in advance, probably. Wait a minute. They marked a different thing. So, if I'm remembering, this is gonna be another rematch against Kamado. Commander Kamado. If it is, I might lose, because I think his Pokemon are pretty high leveled. I'm gonna see for sure if I do win or if I do lose. There's one thing that I wish they did. Also, this guy's here, and I don't think I've ever talked to him. Strangers in the Sky helped bring the two clans and the Galaxy team closer together. Every cloud, as they say. I wish they made a DLC of which it would be to go from some sort of boat to another island. And that island will end up being like the island of probably 50 more Pokemon. 6 of them that you can catch from a space-time rift would be really cool. Prelude Beach. Indeed, a place of beginning. Now is not the time for words. Face me in battle. Yes. He's gonna be very strong, I know it. Even stronger than the secret weapon. 5 Pokemon. Golem is first. I chose the wrong Pokemon for this. It's level 7. Nope, it's not. It's faster though, meaning you make it was faster. Good, I get to switch to Luna. Even though switching to Samhex was better, but because of things, I didn't. Kaboom! Golem is goners. Hit a crow! I did what I had to. Sorry, Luna. Now it's Blue Dragoon's turn. Air slash normal. Good. Way to go, Blue Dragon. Yeah, but I wanted Blue Dragon to survive. Oh. It's been back and forth so far. Now we're going to Caspar. If this works, I'm gonna be shocked. I'm gonna try hypnosis. Oh my word, it did. I'll be shocked if it actually worked. Oh, never mind. Shut your bottle. Oh my word, it didn't even matter.
No loss.
Earth power, I guess. Nope, high horsepower. Yeah, figures. Semohex, no. Stephanie, no. Alberto, I guess I have to use you. I'm gonna use Semohex. Snorlax is the strongest Pokemon, if I remembered that correctly. So I'm gonna use Agile Style, Ceaseless Edge. Got him! Now I'm gonna use Aqua Tail without using any style. Then I'm gonna use a strong style Aqua Tail. Wow. I guess never mind about that. Oh, great. Oh no. It's gonna first use that and then it's gonna use Moon Blast. Yeah. Stephanie is the only lower leveled out here. Because then I have Alberto left. I'm actually surprised I'm doing very well here. Shelter first. Because I don't have any steel type moves. Acid Spray. Lower your defensive stat to normal. I haven't missed a single time because Water Pulse is a normal, is an all-out accuracy move. Ah! No longer obscured and my defense is gone. Full restore. Shelter. I haven't even needed to heal. Just that Kamado is very smart. Acid Spray. I'm just gonna endlessly use Acid Spray until it does something. Strong style. Wow, there we go. It was about time. Way to go, Stephanie. Even frightful creatures like Pokemon can become powerful allies. There's that experience I was expecting. Great. Alberto is very high leveled. You've grown even stronger since we faced one another in Mount Coronet. Pretty much. All because of the legendary Pokemon. It's clear you do not view Pokemon as dangerous enemies, but rather as trustworthy allies. Allies with whom you can reach great heights.
Perhaps you are a divine being yourself, sent to bring us gifts from above. Here, you should have this.
The fist plate. Because he is a fighting master after all.
Why are you whining? Why are you barking? What's doing? It's not that fun. It's not. I'm not fly. This is not like I'm not fly. Oh dear.
Alright. Going back to it.
Now Plights of Legends!
When I reach the point of the end, which I'm going to actually just do it now, I'm going to battle the lake Pokemon, the lake trio. The fist plates. When the very first of our Galaxy Expedition team, myself, Benny, and the others, set foot on Prelude Beach, we found that plate. It clearly had some kind of power, and so I've kept it safe all this time. I find it fitting that it should now end up with you, who likewise arrived here on the same beach. Perhaps something is guiding us. Indeed, it must be so. You and I, Adam and Irida. It would appear we're all being guided by the one called Almighty Snow. It might be more appropriate to call this region the Sinnoh region. I know I've got no right to say this, but we are truly fortunate to have been able to count you among the Survey Corps ranks. Had you not joined us, we would have fallen on Mount Coronet. We would have lost our home. We would have lost our future.
Now then, carry on with your survey work. The knowledge that you collect about the wild Pokemon of this region will serve to illuminate our path forward as we walk into the future.
Complete.
Please don't go get us hints there. Seems there might be 4 more places for you to find. Not for you to find.
And now we're going... And yeah, he's not there anymore. I still wish you could go over here. Would have been nice. Would have been even cooler if it happened after you 100% of the game. But they never made it. It would have been awesome. Because then if I had known about it, I would have put in part of my LP of this game. Like the normal LP and not my streaming LP. But they didn't do anything.
They didn't do anything.
So, because of that, now we are going to... I think everyone's healed. Yeah, they are. Blue Dragon fainted last time. we're going to battle the Lake Trio. We're starting with the very first Lake Pokemon that we've met. This one over here, the Heights Camp. I honestly did forget that the one place that we had to go was meeting Kamado. Oh, there is a request. Oh, yeah, I was gonna be like, oh, yeah, there was a request here. And then when I looked at it, it was and Mai was gonna do the massive mass outbreak. Part 16 would have been the part of me doing the massive mass outbreak and then story progression. So basically what I'm naming all of the parts from there is part 14. If this is not part 14 already, I'm gonna double check. It is part 13. This is part, like, maybe. I don't remember if this was part 14 or not, and I'm gonna double check on that when I go back to the playlist. There was a flying Pokemon here, I just don't remember where. Right there. It was a Togekiss. Looks like a normal one. Because finding the shiny variant of the Togekiss is sort of bad because the shiny color is different, but it's not obvious. At least to me it isn't. So all of the Pokemon I'm going to battle will be caught with by either Blue Dragoon or Samohex. And yes. Oh, never mind. It's this theme. Ow! I think that was extra sensory. Oh, level 70. Yeah, I was right. I actually really like this theme. I like it here and I like it in the... I just like it overall. It just sounds so cool. I'm an idiot for not saving, but I think I might be able to catch it. Mystical power! That was what I was using. Then there's the extra sensory. Blue Dragoon fainted yet again. Let's see how many attempts it takes me to catch this Pokemon. This is a legendary Pokemon, but it's still a 30 out of 255 catch rate. And yeah, I caught it first try. Yeah, you're gonna see that a lot. Gracious. Good gracious. And I lost my Blue Dragoon. 2 more to catch. I think I can do this now. The stream ended up being 3 hours if I would have thought about it myself. My in advance apology would have been about like viewers and stuff, because I would have said that this stream ended up with no viewers for the present streaming deal. Huh. Despite that, I still had progression. Oh yeah, because of secret weapon and battling with Kamado. That's right. Then there's Mesprit that I got up to level 4 on the research. Mystical power and recover. Return to the village. And I'm going to the second lake. Azalf. What is he playing? Roblox, yep, figured. What is he playing actually? NPC or die? Sorry to say this live. But you would have been able to tell that I was streaming at that time. Depth Spelunking. A game I might join in, but I don't know yet. So now I'm going to the second lake. Mass outbreak of Machoke and Pichu. I don't think I've ever caught a Pichu, actually. So I'm gonna do that first. Might even catch a shiny Pichu, which would be a first. Because if I catch a shiny Pichu, that means that will then just evolve that into a Pichu and then into a Raichu. Might be my... Because if it ends up being a shiny, that'll be like the only shiny I get on the stream. Oh, the possibilities at this point, I don't know. Ah, freaking hair! Mass outbreak of Pichu. Let's see if I get any shinies. That along with how low level they are. Level 9. Caught without being spotted, I have caught it before. Caught during daylight hours. I actually didn't know about that. Yep. That's one. That's another, I mean, for the back. Just catching them all. I don't see any other appearance. So I think that's all of them. Oh. Maybe not. Ah! How the heck? Ow! Dang it. Hey there. Nah, I don't know. My goodness, I think it's still going. haven't got a single shiny version yet. I don't think I will. Yeah, that's it. That's all of them. I'm still gonna catch them all though. Oh no. There. I thought there was one more. There it is. Crap, it spotted me. Well, now I'm gonna battle it. If I had been able to catch it without being spotted, then I would have been able to catch every Pichu. Except for it wouldn't have affected my progression. So yeah, I got it up to level 10 for the research. Pikachu is not yet level 10, but it will soon be as soon as I find a shiny version of a Pichu. But cool. I got no shiny Pichu. Got 13 Pokemon. Would have been 14 if that one Pichu didn't run. Pichu stores electricity in the sacs of it on its cheek, but discharges it inadvertently when agitated or excited. Being yet immature, the Pokemon's handling of electricity is rather inept. So that's that. Gonna return to the village and just release the Pokemon at the second route. That is if I can. Yeah. Mass outbreak of Yanma doesn't matter because I already caught the shiny version of that. It's in my team. Gonna go to the bog-bound camp. Yo, no. Crimson Mirelands. See my Pokemon. Release all of these. Then I'm going to do this. And then go to the lake. The final request I'm going to do will be after I do that, after I go through that treacherous story of what will end up happening eventually. Not talking much, because that's what happens during our thing. Rosalia! That's what happens usually. a spot. No. An alpha Pokemon. There it is. Alpha Whiscash. If it was a shiny, I would have made me freak out. Doesn't look like a shiny Whiscash though. Part of me wants to battle it anyways and catch it because I am not caught that yet. No! No! Level 64. Good. And then lose you. I'm gonna replace you though with Samo Hex because it's water and ground type. So Aqua Tail will still be effective.
Wow, that did a lot.
Screw it. Aqua Tail. Effective. Agile. Yeah, it's gonna use this. Oh, it's using Agile Style Rest. Too drowsy to move. I'm gonna try an Ultra Ball since it's drowsy. Nope. I'm gonna switch my Pokemon while I still can. And I'm gonna switch to... I have nothing. Because Luna has a disadvantage and Blue Dragoon has a disadvantage. Because of frailness and all. So it's just you then. And that means going back to the camp to rest. Going to Caspar. And I'm going to... Forgot you can float, honestly. I never caught the Whiscash before. Good to know. And now I'm going to go back to a camp. Not go to you, but I am going to rest for a little while. Because of me not using revives. If I encounter a shiny Yanma, that would have been like... For me, it would have been unfortunate because I already had a shiny Yanma. And I've had shiny duplicates before, but... Yeah, I wouldn't have liked it. Because every shiny I usually catch. So it would have been unfortunate to me because that usually means having to catch it.
And I didn't want to catch it. Ew.
Cling on this. Caves entrance.
Just gonna see what you do. Swift. Crap, I was trying to backstrike you. Gonna switch this time. I think it's smart. I know eventually it's gonna self-destruct. So I'm just prepping up for that moment. Yet again, I have not saved. I never remember to save. Yeah, that works. Oh, great. What was it gonna use? Swift. And because it used double hit, that means that damage would have been 1.5 times more. That would have done like 1.5 times more damage. So now, I think Stephanie shall do something. I'm gonna use Caspar though, because it's part of that luck thing.
Yeah, but I don't think he's gonna catch because of Caspar.
Yeah, I don't have very many of these, but I've had insane luck before. Mesprit gave me an easy time. What about you? Yep. Of course you would. And now Blue Dragon is level 63. I think that just happened. Yeah. So I'm going to go back to the village. I'm pretty sure it will be level 7. Just like Mesprit. Because of all of the things that I had to see it use. Like a strong style move or whatnot. Samurai's level 10, level 6, level 4. And yeah, self-destruct, mystical power, and a strong style move. The sort of funny thing is that completing the game, like getting every Pokemon on level 10 research, the funny thing about it is how strong the not how strong, like how insane it is because of like getting 10th star rank even before you complete the entire game. There's another thing I was gonna do. Check out the crafting things and see how much it costs to get the crafting recipe for one thing. Also, I gotta talk to you. I did what I came to do here, Nasui. Now I suppose it's time for me to head someplace with a more agreeable climate. Yeah, he doesn't rematch you or anything. There's only that one time. Not that. Crafting recipes. Wanted to see if there was. Yes, there was. So I'm gonna sell things for that. And those things I'm going to sell are the rare items. I could do this. Which I will. I'll only sell one, and that will give me enough. That will give me enough to give me the sticky glob crafting method. Because now I'm able to freely craft the thing. So I am able to craft how many of the star pieces? 7. I might as well do so. Then sticky globs. How many of those? 29. Might as well, because sticky globs are the most powerful. They're the most powerful item to use on the Pokemon. Other than the snowballs that are strong against fire types. Surprisingly enough on the fire types part. So now, I don't even have to fly there. Even though it would save a few seconds, but I don't really care about that. I'm going to go over here. And I'm going to the Alabaster Icelands Ice Peak Camp. There are no requests here unless I am wrong. And I didn't see. There was one. Oh. Wait. This is different. It's not a battle request. Unless it is. Wait, it is. Yeah, it is. Because I was thinking of the wrong place. Right. There's nothing here. This is Diamond. So yeah, it's just Arita wanting to battle against the... I think it doesn't matter the form, or maybe it does. I don't know. It's funny that despite the fact that Yanmega has been pretty frail, pretty much a glass cannon, she's been doing very well in these battles. And yeah, it's a girl. I'll prove it right now. A flying Pokemon! That is a Braviary! It is not shiny. If it was, then it wouldn't look like Braviary is. Like how Braviary looks, I mean. So I wonder if you can go up here. Nope. Just wondered. I'm sorry. Gonna go to the lake now. This just makes you wish about the Pokemon Violet. Yeah, that was not a shiny. Sound that was Bronzor. Approaching near the end of this stream, and I'm gonna do end announcements. Yuxi. I'm gonna save this time. Because I can. Might as well. Even though it doesn't really matter because so far I've been able to do this without saving. What the heck? Why did you do that? That was very interesting. I don't know why I did air slash, but what the heck? What the heck not? Bug buzz. Oh, well, that's why I saved. It's a good thing I saved, because of that happening. And after I catch Yuxi is gonna be when I wrap things up from there. Joined in when I was when I was all like over 3 hours in. Alright.
What's gonna happen now?
Ah! Now you attack me. That's more like it. There we go. I'm gonna use Bug Buzz this time and see how much damage that does. Then I'm gonna use an agile style move of Air Slash. Then I'm gonna switch. There we go. Well, I guess I'm not gonna switch. Let's see if this happens in first try like every other time. Yep. Good grief. And that time it was just a simple shake. If anything, what would have made it even funnier is if I caught Mesper in the Pokeball, Azelf in the Great Ball, and Yuxi in the Ultra Ball. But it ended up being what it was. Draco Plate.
Best I could get that hints.
I almost said hits. Well, actually, I did by correcting myself.
Seems there might be 3 more plates.
So we battled against. And if you wish to hear about my announcements from before, like those beginning announcements, unless you already are, then that will explain about my streams. I'm gonna do another save because, well, actually, I'm gonna go back to the village to do that because it's true. I'm not gonna.
That's like dope.
I don't know why you didn't default to that. Despite the fact that the next stream is gonna be all about. What was it? Part 14. Part 15 was gonna be some. What was it? I am very confused now. I think I was originally planning on the next stream to be all about collecting things, like me collecting every unknown and every every wisp of Spiritomb. Even though that was originally part 15 for the plan, or part 15 was going to be something like, I swear that I had plans. I don't remember what they were now. Because as well as catching every legendary Pokemon, I did not explore this for some odd reason. It's also like doing all of the requests. Oh, right. The part 15 was the massive mass outbreak, right? I completely forgot about that.
I completely forgot.
I'm going to go to the village, and then I'm going to save and quit, and then do end explanations about how I feel about my streaming. I'm also going to do something pretty silly. Level 2, because all I saw it do was nothing of the sort. Mystical power and calm mind. Strong and agile style moves, because all it used was hypnosis, and it missed. It's very funny how short it takes me to do certain Pokemon. I guess they make the catch rates easier for some odd reason in Pokemon Legends, or I've just been that lucky. So, in end terms, it's all dependent on what happens, because likely my next stream is going to be that I battle, well, the next stream is either a speedrun, if I do a speedrun, or it will be on me doing this game again, because I'm already at that point where there's not really much else that I'm gonna plan on streaming, and eventually I'm gonna stop streaming in general, or just stream every twice per month instead of every once per week. I'm gonna sell up to 70,000 Poké Dollars. So that means selling all of these, selling all of these, and the nuggets as well. I'm gonna sell 5 of them. That along with selling some cheap valued stuff, aka these. 125,000 Poké Coins. I call them that. Poké Dollars, Poké Coins, whatever they may be, whatever Pokemon term will be known. I'm still gonna stick with that. So I'm gonna upgrade my satchel space by 5 spaces. Because I've had those problems like in the completion of the game, in the first ending. If anything, I would have been fine, but it wouldn't hurt. Especially when I do massive mass outbreaks eventually. So that's 3. It's more pricey every time. So it makes sense because the more storage you need, the more expensive the pricing. I think that's 5. I'm gonna double check. No, here. No, I actually increased by 1. Huh. Well then, that means I'm gonna sell more items. I didn't mean to do that. I actually lost count then. Double checking. Because I swear it does happen. I've seen it because I've seen it happen during my LP. Okay, so you still don't have anything, even though I've left and came back, so I guess it is just dependent on other stuff. I don't know how I got these. Sell them all. Oh, I crafted them, right. Forgot. I'm gonna not sell these. I'm not gonna sell. I'm gonna sell whatever here. Right, you have to look at, even though, oh, going in the bottom left, sorry. My bad. Nugget. Not gonna do that. I'm gonna sell the star pieces instead. No, I'm not. I will save up on that. Sorry for doing that. Just want to save up on my riches. 50 here, so I'm gonna sell. I have 2 in my inventory, so I am gonna sell 25. Just because, not much for effort values, because it is not multiplayer. The only multiplayer thing you can do in this is trading. Not that there's much of a point on doing that. I'm not much of a Pokemon trader anyway. Then, what I mean, like, trader-wise is because I'm not much of a. Oh, are you standing over there? Okay then. Still at the same place, and somehow now he's just facing another way. So that's 2. Three. 4. So how much is it for the next one? 30,000. So now I have enough. So in terms of how many I have now, it is 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. So I think the maximum I can carry then is 50. Because I've never been able to let this guy say that he's run out of ways for the storage to be increased. So before I save, I'm going to store my items. And I'm going to just fly there because it's quicker. And then I'll do my end announcements. Just about the things I've already said. Sort these out. So, sticking with the 3 revives I have, I don't know how many revives I've had in total. Just that, how many I think I've used was like 4. But I don't quite remember on that part. And eventually I'm gonna need these for the tougher battle ahead. And then after all of that is done, I will be all done with using revives. And that means that I would have completed this series without buying, a single revive. I guess as well I'm gonna level up a couple of my Pokemon just because I'm gonna move 2 of these just because. Items. I'm just gonna see if I can level Blue Dragoon up. Because Blue Dragoon is the lowest level still. That was easy. And then I guess I'm just gonna go back to the item storage and store all of these again. So now I'm gonna save. This is all of the Pokemon's levels so far. This is my entire team with all of the different types all around the board. Just that the only disadvantage is that they have a heavy disadvantage against, for what I know, ground types, because the only ones that can handle ground types are Samohex, Luna, and that's it. And then the other is electric type, at which, if there was water and electric type, then that would be in a huge disadvantage. Well, water and ground types in general, water and ground types I would have a huge disadvantage because everyone has a disadvantage against that. Pretty much the only one that doesn't is Blue Dragoon. Because then the only moves they can use there is water types. But if they have an ice type move, then Blue Dragoon also has a disadvantage. But that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to save and quit. The next stream, part 14, is likely to be, and it's either part 14 or part 15. If it's part 14, then I'm going to do more story progression, or I'm going to catch every unknown and get every Spirit Tomb Wisp by figuring out the locations of all of them. That, along with doing some mass outbreaks, if I can find any. Like, if there are any mass outbreaks out there, then I'll go to that route. And if it's of Pokemon that I have caught but not got the shiny form of, I'll go there. So, and I'm already getting tired. I'm sorry. I'm sort of glad I'm ending stream then because of how drowsy I'm feeling. Basically, it's like the in-game drowsy effect is getting to me now. for me feeling a bit drowsy. And just the end announcement of the streaming deal, it's still the same where I'm uncertain if I am just gonna continue streaming every once per week or every twice per month, because it's mainly because of it's sort of harder to explain in the context, but more like YouTube stuff, like me recording videos is hard to stream when I have so much to edit and upload and write and read. When I've recorded so much, and then there's also me missing doing a certain thing because of videos getting in the way of things and wanting to upload once, like 1 month ahead of time, so I will be able to play certain games that I haven't played yet, like Life is Strange, for instance, or certain games like, and I should cancel this because I already saved. I'm going to save one more time because I can't help it. I have that kind of panic where I end up thinking that I didn't save. The one game that I've been playing, prepared to call me cringe, is Genshin Impact, because I sort of like that game because it's like open. I like the openness of the game. That's the main reason for it. The exploration and all. The enemy battles are fine. Maybe people don't like it because it's because of the heroes and because it's very hard to play for the younger generation. Because the younger generation likes games that are not as open as Genshin is. I think Genshin's even more open than Breath of the Wild is, but probably not more open than Tears of the Kingdom. But that's just me because I have no idea if that's true. Maybe because if I had recorded Genshin Impact, it probably would have lasted me like 100 something parts. If I had done like 40-minute videos in that time. But good news for you, I won't be doing that as an LP. I'll only be LPing games that are on the Nintendo systems, despite having done an LP of Xbox games that would have come out on the Nintendo 64 eventually, meaning on the Switch version of a Nintendo 64 deal. And I've already spoiled it, but I'm going to spoil again what my LPs are and will be, such as my 66 LP is Paper Mario, 67th is the game that you are seeing right now, Super Mario RPG, 68th is Thousand Year Door, Paper Mario. And the 69th is Superstar Saga, Mario and Luigi. And 70th is Mario and Luigi Brothership. And then after Brothership is when I will do an endgame decision of whether I am still going to LP or even retire from YouTube and not uploading as often as usual because of as well the stuff about AI that I despise so much. That along with like AI copying people's voices that I've heard, because if I had to deal with that, that would be my ultimate nightmare and give me so much anxiety. That along with me having to drive of something that I won't say here because it's just a private thing. Just a private deal. It's like the other slight reason, the other secret reason of why I've had a lack of inspiration for being a YouTuber much is because of my feelings for how the AI is going along. It's not what I'm looking forward to, but I'm still prepping for the worst because the worst is bound to happen eventually.
I think my brother's not playing Roblox anymore, and I was going to play that game with him, but I don't think he's playing it anymore. That makes me sad.
Yeah, they're not. Gosh darn it. That means he's not. That means they're all not gonna. What are they all doing then? Just checking. What the heck happened here? Well, I'll deal with that after the stream because all of that is like private business, friends' business. It's like private stuff. I won't share here because I don't because it's live and that if I shared it live, it would have been a big deal to a lot of people. It's a good thing I won't. Saying that in the end is going to cause a lot of mystery and mayhaps, so I don't know. Just that the more of a mystery about how I feel about AI would have probably led people towards suspicion as well. I get that. Yeah, just that if I said it, many people will hate me for it. That's why I'm not saying. Why I'm not saying it. Like even if they will despise me for it, it's like at times I would. It's like me willing to risk that, but I also don't want to cause people that actually liked me to despise me because of that. Because of me sharing that. So, thank you for whoever viewed this, and I hope that anyone that watched this in the future enjoyed it as well. Because presently, streaming wise, there was only one person that watched this, or pretty much there was like 5 views, but they all watched it for like a second or two before they stopped watching. And that was what I mean by saying sorry in advance, because I say that during the end, where it's like presently in my streaming it was that, but it doesn't mean it happened in a futuristic deal, because then that meant that there were more people that supported what I did. This one's like blinking on and off, so yeah. Next stream is either Pokemon, speedrunning, or something. Whatever I can think of. Most likely one of those two.